This is Tom's first time sitting on this side. Tom warms up our audience every single day and does such an amazing job.
I've worked at Ellen for over 12 years, which is fantastic to be on the top show in LA. You know, the greatest guests out there, best audiences, kindest hosts. It's just incredible. I'm gonna set some goals right off the bat, so we're all leaving here with something. I don't want you guys to just leave and then get nothing from it. So there's a lot of different stuff being thrown at us from different angles. Things are always changing in our world, so we have to learn how to adapt to that and make our businesses stronger, better. So goal number one, you guys leave here with 2 action items that you can do for your business there. Goal number 2 is to have some fun. We're in Hollywood, come on. So let's have some fun today during our speech here. And goal number 3, one of you is gonna cry. I have my money on that lady right now because there are gonna be some emotional things. So one of us is gonna cry, we're gonna have some fun, and we're gonna learn a lot of stuff. Who's had a struggle in their life? You guys have all probably had something that's gone wrong, right? So I think a big thing is how we kind of come back from that and move past that and become stronger ourselves because of that.
Let's share with people your story of what you've just been going through.
For more than 5 years, Tom Riles has been part of our family at the show, entertaining the audience before Ellen takes the stage. And no one was more excited than Tom when he told us his wife, Lucy, was pregnant with their first child. But 18 weeks into the pregnancy, Tom and Lucy were given some devastating news. Their baby had a very serious heart defect, one that she may not survive. Barbara arrived on February 26th, and after a brief moment with Tom and Lucy, she was whisked away by a team of doctors, where it was determined that she would need open-heart surgery to save her life. The next few days were touch and go, filled with tense moments and sleepless nights, including the baby needing emergency CPR. Through all of this, Tom and Lucy remained positive, and little by little, their baby started to improve. 10 days after her surgery, they brought Barbara home. Now, at 3 months old, her heart is stronger than ever, and she's doing all the things a beautiful baby should do.
I'm the biggest believer that if something tough happens in your life, that's actually, you know, once you kind of get through that and you struggle through that, that becomes an opportunity for you to become a stronger person, a greater person, to do things you never even dreamed of. And here's this 3-day-old kid that's fearless. Nothing was stopping her. So us as parents were like, we have to be fearless. Sometimes those toughest things lead to the greatest things. And my girl there, so she goes in once a year for a heart checkup, and we get cleared for the year. They were able to kind of reconstruct her heart with her own tissue. So it's growing on its own. There was a possibility that they were gonna have to put a pig valve in and replace it completely, but since they were able to kind of restructure it with her own tissue, it's growing correctly and growing beautifully. Barbara, great name. Any Barbaras out there? All of our teachers are always like, she's the first Barbara we've had in 75 years. And I say, that's awesome. Literally the hardest time in my life has turned into the greatest opportunity of my life. And that's when I started Life of Dad. So I started Life of Dad as it was a small blog. I was literally in the hospital room with my daughter first night in the NICU, kind of wrote a little health update. Couldn't have started smaller. Fast forward a couple months, Barbara was doing better. I have the entertainment background. I knew that I wanted to do something fun. I knew that I wanted to put some oomph behind it. I knew that I had a great name, so I set some pretty broad goals right away. Goal number 2 of my life was to create the greatest parenting company of all time and to celebrate and champion fatherhood and to show how important dads are in kids' lives. My brother-in-law, right after my nephew was born, he was sitting on the couch with his son, and there were some Cheerios right next to him. She just started stacking some Cheerios on his nose. He's like, this is awesome. So he posted that picture online, and within, I'd say 5 or 6 hours, about 100 people had sent their pictures of their Cheerio challenge to us already. So I was out with some friends at a bar that night. I was like, this is ridiculous. People are sending us pictures of Cheerios on their kids. What's happening? So I went home and I scheduled posts on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram all night long because it was right leading up to Father's Day. And by the time I woke up the next morning, we were in all the Australian newspapers in New Zealand. By the end of that day, it was suddenly a Friday. Cheerios was calling, and they wanted to partner with us, and celebrities started doing it. That's Macklemore up there. Reese Witherspoon did it. I don't know why they did pancakes. That frustrates me, because it was very clearly Cheerios that were doing but they decided to put pancakes on. I mean, it's despicable, really. And it was amazing. We were trending on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, reached literally hundreds of millions of people, and thousands upon thousands of people were posting their pictures, and we were like, that was awesome. We were in CNN, BuzzFeed, Today Show. It was just crazy. The best possible case study we could ask for, and then it led to like a long-term partnership with Cheerios as well. And we're like, this is over, right? And then we saw this. So President Obama decided to do the Cheerio challenge on his fake dog there. What you guys need is word of mouth marketing. You need your customers to have a great experience with you, but then want to tell their friends. So the way you manufacture word of mouth marketing, like we did with Cheerio Challenge kind of, is you do something that makes them want to tell their friends, makes them want to tell their family about it. People want their information on social media now. They don't want to go further than that. They want to see one thing on Facebook and get all the information they need from that, because they don't want to click to a website. They want to stay on Facebook and get their information, then move on to the next thing. So you have to put so much time and thought into a Facebook post. You want the title to be great. You want the title to match with the photo. You have to earn their click. Listen to your audience. Pretty cool story about Ellen. When I was on the show there, I was a little nervous to be on the show, but when I sat down on the couch, she locked eyes with me, and she was listening so intently, she made me not nervous. And she does that with every guest that's on the show. You see a lot of like regular folks that are on the show. She's so focused, she's so in the zone, she's so present that she makes you completely comfortable. The audience is always right. The way that relates to you guys, the customer is always right. What is your customer telling you that you're not quite accepting yet? As I said earlier, 95% of our audience is on mobile right now. So that has completely transformed how we do everything from what we did 2 years ago. It used to be widescreen format videos. Now it's square videos, because that's what people like on Facebook. It used to be worrying about the website, making that look great. Now it's all about as much time and energy we can put into the app, because that's how people consume stuff. That's how we're doing. Think of how fast technology is changing. Texting is only 10 years old. The iPhone was invented in 2008. So we're just at the beginning of this information, this digital age where everything is right there in the phone. So every advertisement you do, everything you do, think of somebody looking at it in that way, right there on their phone. You used to be able to say, hey, go here to get your information. Now some people might be on Snapchat, some people are on Twitter. Hey, I'm hanging out on Facebook, I'm over here on Instagram. I might be browsing the web. So you have to figure out where your audience is and reach them there. Taking risks. Just do it. Sometimes it's scary. When I started Life of Dad, there was this one of my former bosses. I was Facebook friends with her, and for some reason, in my mind, I was like, what is she going to think if I start a fatherhood blog? I don't know why. And I feel like everyone out there probably has someone like that, who are you, or something that holds you back from taking a different route, from trying something else. Luckily, I was able to move past that, because if I had listened to my head, I was like, you know what, some people might think it's weird if I start writing stories about my daughter. So maybe I won't. I'll just go watch TV. But I just did it, and my life has changed because of that. My family, my wife, she was pregnant, and we lost a baby at 20 weeks, and she delivered the baby, and I held the baby, and it was another one of the hardest moments of my life, but beautiful at the same time. And part of my process of dealing with things is I'll write about it just because I have this platform. So I wrote this post about it, but I was scared to death to write because it was the most vulnerable, touching, deep thing that I had ever written. But it led to literally hundreds of thousands of shares, and I still, to this day, get like 20, 30 letters each week, like, we just went through something like that, and your piece is the one piece that made it feel a little bit better. But that was just another example of me taking a risk, and because of that, it's actually helped a lot of people.
I have a compliment that I want to give to one of my staff members before I go on with the show, though. Tom Riles is our warm-up guy who does the greatest job. How great is Tom, everybody?